Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
12 races down, 1 race to go in the Season 5 Powerade Truck Series regular season finale. And it all comes down to today. The Snapple Apple 150 at Pocono Raceway. 4 drivers are locked in, but we still have a bunch of drivers trying to get the remaining 6 spots and the final 2 wildcard spots. It is the regular season finale for Season 5 of the Powerade Truck Series here at the Tricky Triangle and at Pocono Raceway. What's up everyone, it's your boy Race97 aka Nathan Stapleton here, and welcome to one of the bigger races on the season and one of the more intense sprint races on the season. Only 20 laps here on tap today, but we will find out who will be the final 6 drivers to make it in on points and the final 2 drivers to make it into the wildcard spot for the Season 5 chase. Top 4 are locked in, and essentially the top 5 are locked in points, but we still have a wild race on tap, and Pocono is called the Tricky Triangle for a reason, with all 3 turns being different than each other. I'm not alone, I'm joined by Travis Crampton up here in the booth, and Travis, welcome to Pocono, and welcome to the Powerade Truck Series regular season finale.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's great to be here in the beautiful Pocono Mountains for the Snapple Apple 150. Can't wait to see how these drivers do. Like you said, short and sweet, 20 laps. You're going to see high action, high intensity.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And gonna be one pit stop about 12 laps in, and that's gonna be even more intensely. And you mentioned that it's short and sweet, only 20 laps, and it's gonna be fairly exciting of what will happen here. Knowing of how the points are, what do you think we will see here for these truckers here today?
Well, with this being the regular season finale and only 20 laps, so you're not going to have much time to get around trucks. You're going to see these guys, they're going to have to be aggressive right from the get-go. You're probably going to see these guys fan out to 3, maybe even 4 wide. We might get an early wreck. It's going to be fast-paced right from the word go when that green flag drops here for the Snapple Apple 150.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. With it only being 20 laps, you don't have a lot of time, and especially if you're starting the bat, you don't have a lot of time to work away from the bat to the front, and it's going to be a wild one here at Pocono, as it always has been. 30 in a row for Pocono being host of the regular season finale, and it's going to be a good one. Here's the points entering this one. Jordan Stout is 70 points above the qualifying. He has 283 points. Felicity Mendoza is has 273, 60 points above the qualifying. And then Eli Boy is third, 47 above, and Sean Mount is 39 above. One thing that we might have to keep an eye out for, including the cutoff battle, is the battle between Mendoza and Stout. Only 10 points between them. And then Eli Boy is only 23 points behind. Whoever wins the regular season title will get a 10-point bonus heading into the chase, and that could be very important for the championship. Matthew Burnett is plus 33, the max can get is 34 actually, 34. So Burnett is basically in, so we can play asterisk on that. So basically the top 5 are in. Last week's winner, Caleb Bowles, is plus 19. Same with Justin Zidell, also plus 19. Zachary Fitzwater plus 18. Nick Lopez plus 17. All those drivers are looking pretty comfortable. And then finally, just above the qualifying by 5 points, Johnny Hernandez has had a consistent season, but trying to make it into the chase here today. Card number 1 is Juan Garcia, but he could point his way in. He's 5 points below, and then Ben Watson is 7 points below with wildcard number 2. Anthony Hernandez minus 11. William Ayers, who unfortunately blew up last week, is minus 13. Jay Rando minus 14. Chris Jericho minus 16. Sustry minus 18. Gutierrez minus 21, but has a win, so is standing in the wildcard battle. And then Abel is minus 23 with a win, and is in the wildcard battle as well. And then Roberto Clown Jr. is minus 24. It's going to be very interesting of how things shake up, because if Garcia makes it in, then it would be a battle between Gutierrez and Abel for the wildcard spot. But if Juan Garcia and Benny Watson make it in on points, and then it comes down to Angel Gutierrez and Abel for those two wildcard spots, unless Hernandez, Ayers, Rando, Jericho, or Sestrat end up winning, and then it could be a three-way battle. So there's a lot going on with the wildcard battle here today, and it's going to be very exciting what ends up happening. Eli Boy is on the pole, and alongside him is Jordan Stout for the front row, two of the top three in points. And then the fifth driver in points, Matthew Burnett, Stout's in third. Chris Jericho in fourth, one of those drivers that needed to go on here today. Tim Wakefield, who got second. Two Caribous last week at New Hampshire in row number 3. Row number 4 is William Ayers, who blew up last week, unfortunately. And then Zachary Fitzwater alongside. And running at the top 10 is Jay Rando and Roberto Clown Jr. in row number 5. Let's get these struggles rolling off here. Have Pocono Raceway for the 13th time and the final time of the regular season. And 12 races down so far, 12, so we've had 12 different winners. Who do you think will win here today? And do you think we will go 13 for 13 with completely different winners?
You know, as much as I would love for it to be a different winner, whenever I'm in the booth, some always weird stuff happens. So I think that's where it's going to finally break. And I think here today that Felicity Mendoza is going to win here today.
Not entirely sure where Mendoza is. There she is, just outside the top 10. Not bad. Pitt was able to hang on and get the win over Eli Boy at Darlington a couple of weeks ago. And Mendoza is second in points, trying to beat Jordan Stout for the regular season title. Have to see what that 75 truck can do. It's been a really good season. Like I said, 12 different winners through 12 different races. And that's kind of surprising with how this is a winning series here for season number 5. And these truckers have been very, very tight. And we've seen that be the case all season long. And we have 3 out of the top 5 in points. Blight, Stout, and Burnett, the top 3 here on the start of this one. Gonna be about
it's just a factor of this with all the drivers, with this being a rating series. It just shows how competitive everybody is in the field.
Oh yeah, without doubt. For 12 races in a row to have 12 different winners with the rating series, that just shows how competitive it has been. Like you said, a lot more competitive than the Cup Series, and it all comes down to this. Eli Blight and Jordan Stout will lead us to the green for the regular season finale for season number 5. And we are green flag racing for the Snapple Apple 150 at Pocono. Already some 3 wide right there to Wakefield, tried making it work. Gonna gain a little bit. Stout and Bright pulling away already. And Wakefield, who almost won last week at New Hampshire, already up to the 3rd spot. Gonna wash up a little bit in the tunnel turn. But side by side for 3rd, as William Ayers needs a good one, trying to salvage anything that he can after having a blown motor last week. He's gonna jump inside the top 5, but it is Bright and Stout who is going to pull out to a massive lead on that number 1 here at the Tricky Triangle.
Yeah, Bright got a really good jump on that start, and he caught everyone off guard, it seemed like, because he just pulled away right from the get-go. And Jordan Stout, I would not be surprised if he has a good run here today, because over on my series, in the Subway Cup Series, the past 2 races, he's finished 2nd and 3rd. So he is on a roll in the Subway Cup Series. So he's looking to carry that over here into the Powerade Truck Series.
And he has been on a roll here in the Powerade Truck Series, been the most consistent this season. And right now he's inside the top 3, and if he does that, he would easily be able to hang on and win the regular season title. But how about Burnett? He's been really strong this season for Tricon in the 4th position. William Ayers Chris Jericho and Jay Lando all draws that Nico wants here today, running inside the top 10. And how about Avery Alpha running inside the top 10? About 212 ran pretty good at Charlotte a couple weeks ago. As oh my goodness, Burnett tried going for third, and then Wakefield got the draft and said no, I want that second place spot, but ultimately not going to be able to get there. And we're always seeing these truckers get intense here at Pocono, and they know that it's only 20 short laps here, as Wakefield's going to go for second for now, but that's going to fall behind, and Stout might lose a couple of spots here.
Yeah, Wakefield blocked that number 15 of Burnett multiple times. Not sure how Burnett's going to like that. The two, though, of William Ayers thought about making it 3 wide right there, but thought better of it and lets Burnett go by him. He's now going to try to take advantage, but he will have no draft down this straightaway, and he's going to get freight trained by Jordan Stout.
As long as he can stay side by side, he might have a shot, but look at the one that Jericho's going to have. He's going to think better and tuck him behind that 212. And I'm just going to take a quick look-see here. Where's the 52? Oh, the 52 of John Hernandez is currently in 22nd position. And then meanwhile, Juan Garcia is currently not that good, actually. Juan Garcia not good, but we have a battle for the race lead between Wakefield and Eli Blight. Not Wakefield. Juan Garcia's in 25th position, so that's not good for him to possibly point his way into the chase. But meanwhile, I think Lawson is the one up front, and he is. I see him back there just outside the top 10. But Wakefield and Blight now side by side for the race lead.
But give that lap to Eli Bright. He will lead. Ayers trying to shove Wakefield right by, and he does with ease. Side by side into turn number 1. And not going to give it up. Bright still powering up on that top side. And we'll see if down the backstretch Ayers can shove Wakefield past. And it looks like that's what's going to happen down into turn number 2, the tunnel turn.
That's the unique thing about turn 1, as a send from Chris Jericho right there. The outside lane can get a decent 1 and 1 and 2, but then after that, it's the inside lane in 1 and in turn 2, and then they like to run the outside lane, but they the way to pass is on the inside lane in turn 3. And Wakefield, who won at Daytona, not a good season ever since Daytona, trying to start the regular season with a win and end it with a win. As we are going to go 3 wide, not quite. I thought they were going to, but look at the field, almost single file throughout the entire field. Jericho to the inside of Blight. Blight's going to block. A lot of blocks here going on at Pocono Raceway. Good one for Nathan Stapleton. This is interesting, because if Juan Garcia has a bad enough run, then that could open up the door and possibly for drivers like Abel and Gutierrez here for the wild card position. But Eli Blight back to the inside of William Ayers. Great racing so far here at Pocono. We're only on lap 6 to 20.
Yeah, and now with the field starting to single file, this is where the track position comes in. Everyone tried to make up their positions at the start, and now the start has passed us, and we're 6 laps in. The tires are going to start to wear out. Now it's a track position game. It's going to be really hard to pass from here on out, and basically you're going to have to just try to pass them, and if you can't, just hold your position.
Yeah, and speaking of pass him, Eli Blight with a massive pass right there in turn 1, and Jericho might fall through, and that's ironic because Jericho is the team of Eli Blight in the Cup Series. But Jericho's going to hang on for third. It's about 12 to 13 laps on fuel here today for these truckers, so we're about halfway through the fuel window already. Caution free so far. How about Avery Alpha though? A great one for him. He had a good one at Charlotte a couple of races ago, and now he's going to try to make it a 2-3-1 for Young's Motorsports here today. Good one for Alfred. And now we could see some interesting strategy game going on here of maybe starting to set themselves up for that pit stop, as Stout's going to fan out a little bit. Fitzy having a good one, and here's Ben Watson in the number 23 making some moves. He has a potential to point his way in today. That's going to try and make it 3 wide and Fitzy and Jay Lando. And right now he is easily ahead of Hernandez back there in that red truck. And now Juan Garcia's ahead of Johnny Hernandez. So not ideal for Hernandez, as both Garcia and Watson are now ahead of him now, and because Hernandez does not have a win, he needs to be in the top 10 in points if he wants to make the chase, and it's not looking good for him up to this point. But here comes Fitzy inside the top 10 now in the number 42 for Nice Motorsports.
Yeah, Fitzy, he needs this good run, only 18 points in, and so he's trying to keep that gap. He's going to block Benny, but Benny says no. He's going to the inside of Zachary Fitzwater, and we'll see if he can make that stick. And he easily clears Fitzwater down off of turn number 1, and we'll see if now the 13 can take advantage. That's Mac Johnson.
A great one for Matt Johnson. It's been a struggling season for ThorSport, but they might be gaining a little bit more momentum here towards the end of the regular season. Speaking of momentum, Watson's going to zoom on past Jay Randall right there. As up front, we have a battle between two young Motorsports teammates of... Ooh, that was a little bit tight right there. Of Wakefield and Avery Alford. Alford with a good one off the exit. Might get there. As far as Fitzy, he does not need a fantastic one. If he just get a top 15, that should be plenty good enough for him to make it into the chase. And side by side for second. Maybe side by side behind him. Not quite. Now, it's going to be the number 2 of William is going to be stuck up top. And it's going to be interesting for Ayers because he's minus 13. But he is ahead of both Anthony and Johnny Hernandez, Juan Garcia, and Benny Watson. So there's a chance Sazanelli could sneak his way in. It's very tight. I think it's going to come down to possibly that final spot. That 10th and final spot to make it in on points here today.
Young's Motorsports currently working together, trying to catch up to that 41 of Eli Bright. And then further back through the field, it is single file. The first battle is that number 98 of Donnie Fallington. And now he's going to slide in line, but the 5. And now here comes Avery Alford making a move on his teammate.
I think these guys on the radio told their drivers that, hey, expect to pit in a handful of laps. Should be around lap 12, lap 13. And I think these truckers are just settling in, realizing, hey, we're about to pit. Let's just calm down, relax a little bit. But that's not what Avery Alford is doing. That's not what William Ayers is doing. I thought he was going to make it through life in the tunnel turn for a split second, but not quite. And a lot calmer race than what we had last year. We had a double flip, I believe, on lap 1, lap 2. Definitely a lot calmer, but still fantastic racing at Pocono Raceway. And Eli Bright, if he wins here today, that'll be our 13th different winner. And same would go for basically the top 4 of Bright, Alfred, Ayers, and Jones out 4 out of the top 5. And just gonna quickly check, did anyone decide to do the undercut? Oh no, Josh Rinson blew up.
Oh no.
And Justin Idell's on pit road.
And he is currently 19 points in 7th position in points.
Fuel leak for the 30, that is not good. And you know, it's not even not many better. Nick Lopez is currently in 30th, and he was only 17 points above. Oh,
yeah, and unfortunately, with the fuel leak, that 30 will be done for the day with the fuel leak.
Not good for 7th in points. Just inside Delhi has 19 points as a buffer, but not good for Nick Lopez being in 30th.
Benny Watson.
Here we go. Watson's gonna stay out. Majority of the field's gonna pit on lap number 12. A lot of truckers on pit road, and it should be a 4-tire stop, I would imagine. And let's see what Eli Bright does in number 41. Down pit road. White size. Now it's gonna be interesting. It's only gonna be 8 laps to go, so maybe they might do some 2 tires here. And I think,
they're doing 2. They're doing 2.
Yep, 2 tire is the call from these drivers. Bad pit stop for Matthew Burnett right there in number 15. And I kind of figured that might be the case with only be 7 laps to go. Just take 2 tires and half a can, probably. And here we go. Here comes Watson, Randall, Fitzy, Donnie Fallington, and everyone else.
We'll see with these guys. Probably I would have to imagine the same thing. Half a can of fuel and 2 tires. But let's see. Right sides go up.
White sides for everyone here, and yeah, that's the call for everyone. White sides. Now we have to wait and see. There is the battle for the race lead as an hour of Avery Alpha and Eli Bright back there, and have to see how this cycles out between Avery Alpha, Eli Bright, and Benny Watson. It's gonna be close, and it's gonna be Alpha and Bright. How about Avery Alpha here in his number 02 truck? Young's Motorsports has had a dismal season, but Alpha had a good one at Charlotte and trying to get Young's the second win and to put the regular season with a win at Daytona and a win at Pocono for race 1 and race 13 with 2 different drivers. Great one for Alpha so far. He's going to cycle out as the race leader, and that's going to be really good for him, especially with us only having 6 laps left at the line.
Yeah, 6 laps to go, so time is ticking away. And if Benny Watson and William Ayers can get the draft, they might have a chance. But they need to get into that draft of the top 2 and get there as fast as they can, because the 02 and the 41 could just pull away here if they're not careful.
A really good strategy call from the 02 and the 41, but a great call from Benny Watson though, doing the undercut was just inside the top 10. Now he's running in 3rd, and we could have a real possibility of Watson pointing his way in and not even needing that wild card spot as a buffer. Could be the thing for William Ayers here, running inside the top 5. Great one for that 2 machine. Of course, Chase Harris as a team owner knows a thing or two about team owning. Dan Campbell's had a good season in the Cup Series for JTG, as I think Crown Junior just got into the outside wall off turn number 3.
That is not what Roberto Crown Jr. wanted to have. And back to William Ayers. If he can keep this good run going, he could still point his way in along with Benny Watson, due to the fact that that Zidell is out of the race with a fuel leak, and with Hernandez having such a bad run, at least before pit stops. I don't know where he is now.
Let's see, Wongo. Steele's not wanting that good. He might have to fall back on that wild card. Lopez is falling back. That's not one of the 32 ones. He's still back here. Lopez is towards the back of the field, unfortunately, so a little bit of a jinx right there. And there is the 52 of Hernandez, currently running in the 23rd position. I don't think it's looking too good for that 52 truck.
Yeah, so if William Ayers can keep this up, he can still point his way in. So it'd be interesting to see what happens at the end of this race with the points. But meanwhile, Avery Alford's pulled up to a half a second lead.
How about Avery Alford? You know, the teammate of low development driver of the tournament field. It's been a tough season for Young's Motorsports, but Alford showed speed at Charlotte, and he's showing speed here to once again. And maybe Avery Alford can possibly seal a few wins, get some teamers radar for next season, and have to see what this 02 of Avery Alford can do. And I will just say, if Eli Bright gets second again, oh no! Oh no!
Oh, Jordan Stout!
Oh my goodness, he's the point lead, he's locked in, but that might just cost him, maybe just costing him the regular season championship.
Oh man, but the problem is Felicity Mendoza isn't running good as well.
Yeah, Mendoza is running terribly here today in 27, so it might be close, but I think it might still be Jordan Stout leaving here as the regular season champion, but that is not what that 35 truck needed. I don't think a caution will come out, as he's going to teleport right now, so we are good. No caution, teleport. That's the second motor, and we've had a ton of reliability issues today. 2 motors have blown up, and a fuel leak issue for Justin Zidell. Meanwhile, 2 laps to go, and Eli Blight trying all he can to catch up with Avery Alford, but it's not going to be close enough for him. As here comes Twin Rayfield to then side up Benny Watson for the 3rd position.
We'll see. Can Benny Watson hold on? He will. That middle groove is really good, except on exit right there. You saw Wakefield gain a little bit on exit, and that's going to allow Wakefield to get back up to the side of Benny Watson and might even clear him heading into the tunnel turn. And now here comes William Ayers.
Watson might lose a couple of spots here, and Ayers to the inside. How about Randall with a good one? I don't know if he can points win. It might be close for the 16th truck, but meanwhile, it will be the white flag for Avery Alford in the number 02, trying to get Young's Motorsports the 2nd win on the season, and right now they might get a 1-3 here at Pocono Raceway. Here comes straight around to the inside, Watson trying to get a top 5 finish.
And we'll see Watson a little bit slow down the straightaways. I wonder if maybe he has a gremlin on his truck as well. And now Rando's going to get by, and he has half a lap left to try to catch that 2 and pass him and try to be even on points with him. But Benny Watson trying to not let that happen, but will not be able to get there. And it's all Avery Alford off of turn number 2.
A clean one here at Pocono, some mechanical issues, but hey, we did have a double flip like last year, so that's good to see. Great racing here, but the twin continues the caution-free races. Avery Alford and Young's Motorsports will get the 2nd win on the season, and we will end the regular season with 13 different winners in the first 13 races. Avery Alford wins the Snapple Apple 150. Well, we were not kidding about it being short and sweet here at Pocono. A caution-free race once again, but fantastic racing. And Avery Alford gets win number 1 of his Truck Series career. Also close 2nd again for Eli Blight here in the regular season, but still another great one for him. Great field in 3rd, I bet you would like that from the development driver. William Ayers in 4th, Randall in 5th, Watson in 6th. It's going to be very tight with those 3 drivers on who makes it in and who doesn't. Great one from Matt Johnson in 7th. The top 10 one from Zachary Fitzgerald, who needed it. 8th in points, only plus 18. That should be more than enough for him to make it in. Gutierrez is going to be in 9th. Maybe he could have a shot at getting a wild card spot with Garcia having a rough one today. And then the 98 of Farmington finishes in 10th. What a race, caution free, but Avery Alford with the win here at Pocono. Oh my!
You know, after race shenanigans.
Oh man, it's gonna be very tight on points, I think, to say the least. I think Burnett's good. Wolves is gonna be good with that 11th place one. Not sure about Justin Zidell or Nick Lopez or Johnny Hernandez. Fitzy is gonna be good for that top 10. And then, oh, Matthew Burnett also blew up.
Oh no.
Well, good thing he was plus 33 and basically locked in. So we had a total of like 3 engines go up in smoke today, and a fuel leak issue for Justin Zidell in the 20th lap race.
Damn.
I guess they got the short of the reliability reins. But Alpha with the win. Blight, Wakefield, Ayers, Miranda, Watson, Johnson, Fitzy, Gutierrez, and Farmington the top 10. Rose, Cologne, Nelson, Oskin, and the third Young's truck gets 14th. So all 3 trucks inside the top 10, top 15 for the Young's Motorsports. Abel, Taylor, Jericho, John Hernandez in 18th. I don't think that's going to be enough to get him a spot based off of where Watson is. Rando finished here today. And then Chris Mills with both Brown Jr., Anthony Hernandez, Sean Munn always was locked in. Juan Garcia might have to rely on a wildcard spot. Nick Lopez might not be good. It's going to be close. Sestroy Mendoza. I think it will still be Jordan Stout leaving here as the regular season champion. But as we go and split the points and put them into score 4, what's the final thoughts after a caution-free but mechanical issue-filled race here at Pocono?
Yeah, you know, these drivers and teams, they went a little bit of aggressive on the engine stuff with it being a short and sweet race. So try to maximize the power, and sometimes when you do that, it comes at the cost of reliability. So that plagued some people here today, and will be interesting to see how the points shake up after where everyone finished here today.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be interesting here. I don't think Johnny Hernandez is gonna be in. I could be wrong, but here we go. The points are in to score 4, and it is official. As whoa, Eli Bright is actually gonna steal it. I forgot Eli Bright was only 23 points behind, and Felicity Mendoza finished 26th, and Stout finished in 30th. So Eli Bright is actually going to steal it and get the regular season championship. 7 points over Jordan Stout. Mendoza 3rd, Melton in 4th. Fitzy is good, he's in 5th. Caleb Rose is 6th. Matthew Burnett in 7th. Nick Lopez is in, barely, in 8th. Penny Watson is in on points. And William is, by 1 point, is in to the chase over Johnny Hernandez. By 1 singular point. Oh my goodness, by 1 point, Hernandez is out. By 1 point, Justin Zidell is out. By 2 points, Jay Rando barely misses it by 2 points. And Juan Garcia is going to have wildcard number 1. And how about Angel Gutierrez? Comes in clutch with that 9th place finish. He's going to have wildcard number 2. Wow.
That is something else right there. That is very wild. Eli Bright stealing the regular season championship is big, getting those extra points to start the chase. So we'll see if that can help him pull to a championship here in the Powerade Truck Series.
Well, it might have been calm, but boy, did the points change. And now, with the 7 races to go, it will be Bright, Stout, Mendoza, Merton, Fitzwater, Rose, Burnett, Lopez, Watson is the top 10. And then Juan Garcia and Angel Gutierrez will join them with the wild cards positions. Wow, oh wow. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rookies in the chase. We have 7 veterans. And we got some multi-season veterans. We got Fitzwater, who you can never count out. And oh yeah, we got the Season 1 champion Juan Garcia in the chase as well. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. I just realized Angel Gutierrez is not in because Idell has a win. So it's Idell and Garcia, my bad. Sorry for Angel Gutierrez. Gutierrez missed it by 2 points over Juan Garcia. So Zidell with that win came in clutch, and he's actually going to be in. So sorry to Angel Gutierrez, but wow, what a race here at Pocono. And now it's going to come down to a 7-race chase here for the Powerade Truck Series. And the final 7 races are wild. We have Minneapolis Raceway Park, Chicagoland, Gateway, Las Vegas, Watkins Glen, Martinsville, and Atlanta. 12 drivers, 7 races. What do you think is going to happen for the Season 5 chase?
Well, there's one thing I heard there, and that was a lot of short tracks. So we might have a lot of tempers, and we might go trucking, and it could shake up the points through all those short tracks.
Oh yeah, without doubt. And that's going to be the unique thing about the Truck Series, is that the Cup Series is mostly speedways, but we have 3 short tracks. Let's see here. 2 speedways, 3 short tracks, 3 speedways, and a road course. So it's very even, and you have to be good at all 3 track types if you want to win this championship. And if it's anything like we saw here today, we thought it was going to be Jordan Stout leaving here as the regular season title champion, and it ended up being Eli Blight. And then the whole wild card scenario with all the different winners really shook up everything. So it's gonna be a wild one here for the Season 5 chase, and we just have to wait and see what happens on July 3rd in a couple of weeks. Thanks for Charles Hampton for joining me up here in the booth. Good luck in the Cup race tomorrow, and see if you can make it into the Season 5 chase for Cup. But congratulations to Avery Alford. Congratulations to all 12 drivers that are in the chase, and we'll see you guys next time at Indianapolis Raceway Park to kick off the Season 5 chase. Bye!